Hi, this is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and today I'm talking about the astrology for September 2022. That's right, we are talking about all things astrology. It just seems like this year has just flown past. So let's talk about the astrology of September 2022. And this is a really the beginning of the month is not as busy as the second half of the month, because the second half of the month is crazy busy. So this is going to be some really interesting ones, but when we hit the second half, it's going to be like, oh my goodness, everything turns on all at once. So let's get started. September 1st, we have Mars in the sign of Gemini, sextile Jupiter in the sign of Aries. And this is really, Mars is our planet of war, aggression, being strong. Gemini is all about kind of like that talkative communication and different perspectives, and also being superficial. And then that kind of sextiles, sextile is a planet that are kind of like compatible or working together. They're kind of both working towards something. And then Jupiter is all about growth and prosperity and kind of like good luck, expansions, and optimism. So, but it's one of those, like, that's a great combination. And then Aries, let's talk about Aries energy. That's talking about like being the ram, being a force, being forceful, being pushing our way, being courageous enough to, like, we're ramming it in there. We're going for the gusto. And so this is going to be a very enthusiastic aspect. It's going to bring a lot of fun and excitement. And this is really kind of to our extroverts, kind of like pushing that energy of like, let's go and do something. Let's get out and keep going. Now, I will say for introverts, kind of like maybe a little overstimulation. So this may be a day that you want to kind of like keep inside or kind of stay away from those extroverts, kind of like, okay, I need to take my time away. But this is a really good aspect for September 1st. Let's go to September 2nd. Mars in Libra is in opposition to Jupiter in the sign of Aries. And it's one of those, so Mercury, communication, all types of communication. And then Libra is all about kind of like that scales of justice and kind of like balance and harmony, those scales. And then we've got it in opposition. Opposition is all about two planets that are like polar opposites, kind of like pulling each other. Like we're not like you, we're completely opposite, kind of like pulling away from each other. And then let's add some Jupiter energy to that. Jupiter in the sign of Aries again. So that's about good luck and growth for Jupiter. And Aries is being that like forceful ram. What are we going into? And so on September 2nd, we are going to have kind of like take time for some personal time and maybe some thoughtful time, like just like I need to take it easy. Feelings may get hurt very easily on this day, so be careful what you say and be careful how you communicate, which is all about Mercury energy. So kind of just like be really cautious about that. Next, let's move to September 4th. We have Venus going into the sign of Virgo. So Venus is all about kind of that love aspect of kind of like, I love this, I love you, moving into kind of like serving other people, kind of offering your energy for other people. And then we've got Virgo energy. Virgo energy is very balanced. It's all about organization and moving into that. So literally Venus moves in the sign of Virgo, and this is going to be a few weeks in that sign. And so this is all about relationships and finance, kind of taking a practical turn, kind of like, where are we going to go with this? And like saving money, like, okay, now we have to save tons of money. We may become more careful about spending money, but we also may find someone we fall in love with. Interesting. Next, we have September 6th, and that's Pallas, which is an asteroid, enters the sign of Cancer. And so Cancer energy is really a great energy for us to kind of communicate with. Cancer energy is all about nurturing and emotional, intuitive, empathic energy. But it also could be a little moody there too. So during this transit, we are going to be encouraged to seek out people that are wise in different areas. So you might have a mentor in something that you may be reaching out more into for a while. this is going to like take advice from older family members and kind of really listening to their stories. Like, how can their story help or assist me with what's going on? Very interesting. Let's see. September 9th, we have, first September 9th, we have our 9/9 energy portal. I've got a whole video on that, and you'll see the link down beneath when you get this at the bottom of the video. So just know that is there. It's kind of opening up that 9/9 energy of kind of like bringing things to an end so new things can open up. So that'll be a really fun one. And you can also join me on the 9th because I will be doing a 9/9 energy portal meditation to get you there quicker. So let's talk about, also on September 9th, we have Mercury goes retrograde in the sign of Libra. Mercury is all about communication and pushing that energy of communication and kind of like, where do we want to go with this? What do we want to do with this? That energy goes into Libra, and Libra energy is all about the scales, the justice, the serving, all of that energy kind of coming around, and it's goes into retrograde in the sign, but it's not going to stay in that sign forever. It's going to back up even more in a little bit into Virgo energy. So hold on to that one. This is the third time Mercury is going into retrograde this year, bringing kind of like more misunderstandings and emotional confusion. So a lot of people are going to be like chaotic and confused and kind of like, what are we doing? How is our relationship growing? How is it not growing? I want to talk about it. All that kind of stuff is going to be like zoom right up to the top. Next, on September 10th, we have our full moon in the sign of Pisces. So our full moon is all about releasing and letting go of things, and kind of like letting go of, and this is going to be kind of like a dreamy one too, because it's kind of like uplifting our vibes at ways, but it's one of those, that full moon is all about releasing. So as we lift up our vibes, it's kind of like, what isn't working anymore, we're just going to let it go. It's like, I don't want this anymore. I'm tired of this. Full moon also helps us shift our focus from worrying about things that we can control. It's one of those, focus on what you can control. And it's kind of easier, like I said, when you amp up your energy, anything that doesn't work, kind of like, oh, that's the problem. That's where I need to fix things. This is all about what can we not take control of and just letting that go. And what we can take control of, let's take control of and let's make it better for us. Next, on September 11th, we have our sun in the sign of Virgo trine Uranus in the sign of Taurus. So our sun is all about our ego and energy, and then it's in the sign of Virgo, which is all about kind of that virtuous, serving, perfectionistic energy, a lot of that coming in. And that trine is all about kind of like creating a harmonious like flow between two planets or two different things. And then we also have Uranus. Now Uranus is the crazy child. He is all about evolving and letting go of things that don't work. Let's just go and making things different. This is one of those that's kind of like just ready to kind of tap into that new energy, ready to flow into what's next. And then Taurus energy is all about kind of like that bull energy. I want to be peaceful. I want to be stable. I don't want to like be bothered and kind of like a little obstinate. Like, I don't want to deal with everything right now. So that is the beginning of our month for September 2022. So let me pull some angel cards and let me get you a little bit deeper insight into this. I know, like I said, this time of the month, the beginning is really slow. Next half is going to be crazy busy. This is my first one that's popping forward for us, and I got two of them. The first one is abundance. This is a great time to kind of think about getting things in order. Like I said, Venus is all about, or Virgo is all about opening up to the energy, pushing that energy, kind of like, where do we want to go with things? What do we want to fix or repair? And that can bring in a lot of extra money. What are you doing with the items? Are you selling them, getting rid of them? That's a really great one. Surrender and release. Like I said, this is all about the full moon in the sign of Pisces and getting rid of things, lifting up your energy so everything kind of just surrenders. It's kind of like, It's gone. It's not a big deal. It didn't hurt my feelings. I was ready to let go of it anyway. It's kind of that fun time. Divine timing. This is coming at a great time. I love when the beginning of the month is like busy and the next part is slow, or slow and then busy. It's one of those, it kind of gives us some time to ourselves, and kind of like that divine timing of take some time now, relax, take it easy, don't worry about things. And then the second half, we're going to have a lot of energy and flow, a lot of things going on. So make sure that you are completely ready for that one. Music. I love music. It's one of my favorite cards ever, because music can really amp up our energy. Music can really push us into kind of relaxing when we're ready to. I love listening to songs and kind of really opening up to that music and really listening to the music, really listening to the beat and allowing that to relax my body. One of my favorite things. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.